Dennis Lin of The Athletic with the initial reporting that Drew Brees and is Joe Kudla, I believe, from
I think
Vuori, the
so.
CEO of Vuori, that are heading up a group. We knew there was a couple groups that were in the mix. We just didn't know who they were. That appears to be one of them. Your initial thoughts were what?
I think it's interesting. Certainly, I think the Siler have made it very clear and good for them that they would like somebody who has a tie to San Diego. They've made that. I don't think that will be what it hinges on, but they would welcome a San Diego person. And just let me get out in front of this. There were people writing, would the Padres move? That's not happening. The Padres are not leaving San Diego. But I think having somebody that's invested in San Diego, it's not because of a movement thing. It's just because they know the town and they know the market and they know the fans. And I think that certainly would benefit the new owner. I think you'd have to do a lot less of like earning fans' trust if you had a San Diego, connection. And certainly with Vuori and with Drew Brees, those are two San Diego things. It feels like even though Drew Brees is an adopted, say as an Indiana alum, I've forgiven him for going to Purdue, and that takes a lot. So, but Drew Brees is around town. You see him. He's not. He's one of these guys who has really bought into San Diego in his since his retirement, and so that's a good guy to have connected to it. I think he and that ownership group and the Dan Friedkin ownership group certainly get San Diego fans excited because of that connection, and so certainly both of those seem like very viable routes to go. That may not be who winds up winning the bidding, but I think that it's certainly it's one of those where you look at it and you're like, I wouldn't have thought of this, but it makes sense in the grander scheme.